Believe that. Late LK at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Today, all year, coming with another wonderful episode of that's right, Beast Vibes Life. Everybody here, you know what I'm saying? About to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to everybody who's here on the chat, everybody here on the replay. But we're gonna get it started in the bottom square. All right, you know him from the release called Fleece. All right. It's been hot in them streets. You know what I'm saying? Burning up the charts. Anwar Highsign.
Yo, I'm feeling very sexy tonight. No homo. Yo, we're going to have some fun tonight. Let's do it. I don't have much to say right now. I'm ready to get into this.
Yeah. And
yo, don't act like this like me saying something wild is new. I say wild stuff to these guys all the time.
The best backdrop, yes, is definitely splashy and flaky.
I'm splashy. I'm feeling very splashy tonight.
All right. NERDSoul like say hey. Anyway, diagonal square, you know him as being the Black Kanye. You know him as being the Trap Just Blaze. May even have called him the Long Beach Hove. All right. Help the Bear in stores now. Check him out. PL Parker Lewiz.
What's good, y'all? Parker PL Lewiz, LEWIZ. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody on the playback. Let's get it. Today's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll have some surprises for some people. Hopefully y'all have some surprises for me too. Last but not least, right over here. You know what I'm saying? He got the checkerboards in the back. All right. He's a engineer of space bridges. Arckatron, if you will. ARC, Father Part 3. What's up?
Hey, y'all. Hello, YouTube world. I haven't done that in a while, but it's me, Arckatron's ARCKATRON.com. You can find me. And let's get this show. Ooh, you didn't hear that. Let's get the show started. Let's go. I hit my keyboard over here.
So, with that said, today you've seen the title, Top 5 Underrated Producers. But before we get to it, oh snap, took it back with got the Walkman in the spot.
I got Walkmans all over it, man.
Yo, man, look. So
that's the classic.
Was it? I think PL hit me to Skills being on Drink Champs. And I was like, oh, snap. You know what I'm saying? Know I'm from Richmond, know I'm from VA, got to hold it down. 2 up, 2 down. You know how we do. So I was like, I'm obligated to watch this episode. All right. Now, I'm going to give you some backstory on Skills and myself. Was never too keen on them.
Ooh. Did not expect you to go this direction. Let's go.
The interesting, because the story, he tells a story about Run DMC in the way that I have a story sort of about him, where when I met him, he was, some would say, arrogant. Some would say feeling himself. And kind of played me and a couple of people low.
Oh my!
And when I had talked to other people, they're like, "Yeah, that's kind of like how he do. So don't be surprised. That's how he is." So I just left it at that. I was like, "He's arrogant. I don't mess with him." But I was like, you know what? We don't got nobody else from Richmond up on this joint. I need to watch. And after watching, I have a new appreciation for Skills, aka Mad Skills. He tells a couple of stories that I think are interesting. If you don't know Skills, he from Richmond, Virginia, came out in like 95, 96-ish. Had an album called From Where, had subsequent albums after that. He was on Raucous for a little bit. He toured with The Roots, with Jazzy Jeff, stuff like that. So he toured with Jazzy Jeff for 13 years as his MC. And he what is it?
Makes sense.
He talked about how their relationship kind of just fizzled and broke off. And he was like, I haven't spoken to him in years. And it was almost a situation where he's like, he felt like Jazzy Jeff didn't mess with him. So in the episode, he FaceTimes Jeff. Jeff picks up and you know, Nori's like, yo, man, he's saying that, you know, he don't know why y'all don't talk no more, blah, blah, blah. So Jeff, in the story that Skills tells, he moves to LA to be with his girl, I believe. And, you know, so he was like, I don't want to tour no more. I'm going to go kick it with my girl, do some more songwriting stuff. Because Skills
moves with his girl.
Yeah, Skills moved with his girl. Yeah. You know, so he went away. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So so as he goes away, Jeff was like, oh, well, you know, I mean, hey, that's what you got to do. So, So when he does that.
Jazzy Jeff?
Yeah, Jazzy Jeff. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know Jazzy Jeff. We talked to him yesterday. So, when they get him on the line, Jeff is like, no, man.
He was like, cool. I don't remember that at all.
Jeff is like, no, man.
NERDSoul Light was like, stop the cap.
Like, what?
He was like, yo, for real? Did we?
We did. I know. So it illustrates a moment where Jeff was like, nah, I didn't have anything against you. You know, you had to go do your thing. And, you know, I just was like, all right, you got to do your thing. And then he was kind of transitioning, meaning Skills was transitioning to being a DJ. And so he was like, well, he doesn't MC no more. So I'll just find me another MC. And kind of like life just moved on. But I thought it was a good example. And after they kind of like made up and pieced up and everything. And it was a great example to me about how, especially with men, we'll kind of let things go unsaid. And like, say, I might think like, oh, Anwar's mad at me. And Anwar isn't mad at me. He's just like, oh, you know, NERDSoul had to do his thing.
No,
and he's like, he might be thinking, oh, NERDSoul mad at me. And I'm like, nah, I thought you was mad at me. And the whole time, both of us technically been cool, but we've lost so much time without really actually saying anything to each other. And I thought it was a cool moment for them to kind of reconnect, and it was dope. So I did like that. And then besides that, he had a funny DMX story that I thought was interesting. DMX got they were like stuck in Richmond, and their flight got delayed until 5 o'clock. So like later that day. So he goes to KFC and tells them that he wants an 8-piece with no skin. And the girl was, Skill said the girls at the cash register like, oh, we got that.
But, can you take the skin off? Like
I don't. That's the whole thing. I was thinking like, why can't you just take the skin off? My whole thing with like fast food restaurants, it's like, yo, you're gonna pay for it the whole thing either way. Yeah, like it's weird. Like with sandwiches is a good example. Like you could be like, no tomatoes. Like I don't personally like tomatoes. Like, oh, I could be like no tomatoes, but the sandwich is gonna cost the same. They're not gonna dock the tomatoes.
The price is the price.
Yeah. So I might as well get the tomatoes and take them off myself.
E says, I'm familiar with Mad Skills from battling with Supernat. Wow, you took it back. I forgot about that.
Oh, Supernatural.
Supernatural, it's on Juice, YouTube, and all those battles and stuff.
Wow, it's on YouTube. Go back.
Where is Juice? Like, where are all those guys? Where are all those guys that was like that segment of like a whole bunch of freestyling and stuff, and it was just like tons of battles.
They exist.
Like, but anyway, he said, I'm old. Look, ain't nothing wrong with being old. Be old and enjoy it.
So what happened at the KFC? Did they KFC, just take his skin off?
Basically, he had to take his own skin off, but it was still funny. Then he said like, on the flight to New York, on the flight to New York, what is it? DMX tells him the whole story to Belly, because Belly ain't came out yet. But the whole time, they're on the plane with like nothing but white people, right? And DMX is like dropping N-bombs like twice per sentence the whole time. And he's telling him the whole movie, right? He's like, all right, Nas is in it, T-Boz is in it, and I check it. I shoot this person, and then this Nick, and all this. And he like goes on. And Skills is like, all I can think is like, all of these white businessmen going to New York, and we're stuck here. Like,
yo, how do y'all feel about that? Because like me personally, I don't really like to drop the N-bomb around a bunch of white people.
I don't like it either.
I don't really
it's
do it
not
in
my
public
thing.
at all. Like
in
public at all for the most part.
Yeah, like I'm kind of similar. Like I'm like, I don't really want y'all to hear. Like I get the colloquialism part of it. I'm a part of the use of it colloquially, but I don't really.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you're not. I don't want you to really feel
I don't want you to get comfy.
Like I don't really want you to get comfortable, bro. Like it's not for you.
He tells a funny story of when he wanted to beat up Run from Run DMC, and he took it back. He took it back on a brother when he brought up the term or the name of the label, Land Speed. Now, if anybody remembers Land Speed, first, you know you was underground, and two, you got a little age on you. But he just took it back.
My hand.
He was like Land Speed, Raucous, MCA, and he was talking about that time, so that was interesting too. And maybe we should go back and tell our stories one day, because I have a Land Speed story of my own.
Shout out to your man KURO. His first album came out on Land Speed.
Oh, where? Oh, see,
yeah. The realness.
Your boy KURO.
He said, "Whoa, Land Speed Records, yeah, Land Speed, yeah."
Shout out to Freddie Fox.
So took me back. So
Industry Shakedown.
Yeah. So it was cool. It was cool listening to it. Listen to some hip hop history, how he got into writing and stuff, how Q-Tip found him and stuff. Talking about going to Jack the Ripper or whatever, way back. So,
that was like mid late 90s.
Yeah, so it was
Jack
cool
the Ripper.
listening to, just that little piece of hip hop history from his perspective, because as someone who had been kind of like the first rapper to kind of blow from Richmond and to be there a little bit ahead of Tim and Missy and Pharrell, and then to kind of like work with all of them, the perspective of like how they worked together and how they related to him and stuff, I thought that was fun. So it was good, for somebody from VA to be able to listen to it, even though Nori be doing his thing, and Uncle Murder is Nori's boy. But besides that, I thought it was interesting. It was a fun watch. Thank you, PL. So
I thought you'd enjoy it.
Since we're getting into the top 5 producers, do we want to go from 5 down to 1? Do we want to go 1 up to 5?
Underrated producers.
I don't really have an order to mine.
Yeah, me neither. But I guess we can go around the horn. Who wants to start?
PL should start.
PL. Who is your first top 5 underrated producer?
My top 5. I do have an order.
My
number. I'm going from underrated to the most underrated. So from 5 to 1.
Oh my.
My number 5.
For y'all who don't know, y'all wouldn't know, but PL has been in the group chat like, yo, y'all are going to be hot at my top 5 underrated producers. Like, y'all, I can't wait to see y'all faces. So I'm looking forward to this top 5. I feel like
my 3, I'm looking at mine right now. 4, 3, and 2. Y'all gonna be like, what?
All right. They're the best for last.
Number 5 for me is T minus.
T minus.
T minus.
Huh?
He did stuff with Kendrick?
T minus did Swimming Pools for Kendrick.
Okay.
I knew that. That's why I knew the name. I knew that name. Yeah, I was like, I know that.
He did Middle Child for J. Cole. He's done countless joints for Drake. The countless joints for Nicki Minaj. The last joint he did with Drake was Blem, one of my favorite joints. That's my number 5. T minus.
That is one of your favorite joints.
Okay.
That is definitely a PL shout out.
Arckatron, what you
T minus. I know you watching.
Yep.
Your man right here, he's rocking with you 100%. Not to say we're not all rocking with you, but your man is actively representing you right now.
I was unaware of your
this
talent.
was a
so
hard
once,
list for me.
Once he brought up the songs, I was like, oh, okay, cool.
This was a hard list for me because I think I
Right.
might have some in common with some of you, but maybe not. I'm gonna go with my number underrated, Organized Noise.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
You know, did Outkast, you know, all the whole
could
Dungeon
definitely see
fam, you know, they did a lot of, they broke, you know, Atlanta at that time in a different kind of way, you know, like
Yeah,
they came
definitely.
out.
I
Fire.
will say though, they are underrated, but with this whole versus thing, they've become not so much underrated anymore.
Would you put them in your top 50?
Producers? Yeah.
You would.
They're top 15, maybe top 10, based on just the hits.
Yeah, man.
Would you
man. I mean, their Organized Noise is they're so. Is there Atlanta sound without Organized Noise?
Sure. But
it's different though.
That is not to say that they're not integral to the Atlanta sound.
Yeah. And I
but you know,
I love Sleepy
You can
Brown.
remove anybody.
His joints be on point. Like,
yeah, man.
Yo, I'll be the first to be like, yo, Sleepy Brown got some hits.
I just think like they had the documentary, so they got a little bit more love in the last like couple years. But before that, did you even know really who Organized Noise was? Like off top,
we did.
Like that? I'm saying like the general like public. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Outside of Atlanta, most
I agree.
say no.
That's why I feel that's underrated like crazy. Like they should be talked about.
Yeah.
They put in work.
I see what you put in the chat, Kid Hart. I'm glad to see that name.
We're not saying that name. Nobody's saying that name today. Nobody.
Wait.
I don't really know what it is, but I think I know what it is.
Nobody's wasting nobody.
So I'll go next. My number 5 is Hudson Mohawk.
Wow. That is a name I did not consider at all.
Hudmo.
Shout out to Hudson.
I've liked Hudmo stuff for a while. I actually like his instrumental stuff more than I like his actual produced joints.
I think Bluetooth was number one name on him.
But I really like. I can't remember how I got onto his stuff. I think I got onto his stuff through like Flying Lotus or something.
Yeah, it was around that same time.
You know what? I was probably at a Brain Feeder show or something like that. Because I remember going to a Brain Feeder show at one time. See, I was about to do something, but I know Arckatron would not like that. So I was at a Brain Feeder show. One time when I was in London, I was at a Brain Feeder show, and I believe it was.
Look at that flex. One time when I was in London.
I believe
which implies multiple trips to London.
I believe, yes, there were multiple trips. I believe
your passport is stamped. Your passport is stamped up right now. Okay.
So I believe the order was like Sam I Am, Flying Lotus, Hudson Mohawk, and I want to say it was Thundercat, like way back, but super early Thundercat. I think that's who it was. But yeah, since then, I was like, yo, man, these are some interesting, I like the way he approaches just like melody and stuff like that. So I've been interested in his work. He did some, of course, he did work with Kanye, some stuff for Pusha T. But yeah, Hudson Mohawk, Hudmo, I definitely, I had to put him in my list for underrated because I think he's got some skills, and I think I don't think people really care about him like that. So I had to throw him in the list.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah. Anwar, what you got?
I'm mad at that.
All right. I've got Juju from the Beatnuts.
Wow, you just said Juju, not even the Beatnuts. Why did you say the Beatnuts?
Because I feel like the Beatnuts would be in someone's top 50. I wanted to pick people that no one would really like, that have joints, but that no one would be like, yo, this person. People that are really, really unsung. I try to think of people that were really, really unsung that had joints. And he's one of those people that I look at and I go, okay, yeah, you got the Beatnuts as a whole, but on his own, you have like Big Pun, Beware, you have like Tony Touch, Copy Fool, you have Ghostface Killer, One, joints that like people really love, but they're not gonna go like, yo, Juju, Junkyard Juju, like was the guy. Yo, he had joints.
That's his name? That's a funny name.
What, Junkyard Juju? That was like one of his nicknames.
That's funny. I like that. Junkyard Juju.
So yeah, that was one of the people I got on my list. Was Juju.
All right, PL.
Okay.
Take us to the bridge.
Number 4 for me is probably he's today getting his just due, in my opinion, and that's only because a certain type of genre of music is in vogue right now. But I really love his joints that don't fit that mold. Number 4 for me is Harry Fraud.
See, I'm not aware of any of his stuff. So, you know what I'm saying?
Harry Fraud, one of my favorite beats is one of his newest joints he just did for Currency, 90 IROC Z. He's done the Shot Caller joint for French. He did the Coke Boy joint for Chinks. Rest in peace, Chinks. He's got way more joints, like album cuts for like all of these individuals. But yeah, man, Harry Fraud to me, especially off of that Outrunners album with Currency, man, like he really showed off on that.
All right, cool. Word up. All right. Next up, Arckatron. Number 4, who you got?
I got DJ Scratch.
Okay.
DJ Scratch has joints, man.
He got joints.
He got joints.
He got a lot of joints.
And he never really would be like, yo, DJ Scratch is like, I wouldn't put him in my top 50. I don't think
Wow, stop the cap.
Man, not in the top 50?
You said top 50. I'm just thinking about what my top 50 is. He's maybe like 51. He's close.
Oh, okay.
He's not like 100. He's top 100. Maybe 51.
Dr. Dre is number 50.
That is
don't say anything right now.
Dr. Dre's not on my list. I'm sorry. Top 100, maybe.
Yeah, we saw the scratch open for D'Angelo. I saw that. Giving a shout out to
so he's worked with Busta Rhymes, you know, LL Cool J, Onyx. He's worked with a lot of people, a lot of singles for Busta Rhymes, especially at the height of his career. And back in the days when he was like on his way up, you know. Not saying this is not still the height of his career. I'm just saying that, you know what I mean? He's going up.
Word up. Good one. I'll give you that. All right, so me, number 4, 88 Keys. This is a cat that I got on to during the the early Raucous days, I guess. Or like Lyricist Lounge time, something like that. And yeah, definitely that 88 Keys, he was killing them.
He's been a part of like production to this day behind the scenes. I've been seeing him pop up on random albums. I'm like, 88 Keys is okay. He did something on this track. Cool. Thieves in the Night. To Joe Greer. Yeah. Thieves in the Night.
Thieves in the Night is
Thieves in the Night. Man.
Yeah.
You got that, sir.
Banger. So yeah, 88 Keys, that's my number 4. Just his style kind
Making
of
me
like,
rethink my list.
you know, he kind of like, I guess, came through at a time where I was, I guess you could say, like starting to mature in a different way in my musical tastes, and you know what I'm saying. So you know, it just aligned with me really well, and I was really impressed, like super impressed. So yeah, that's number 4 for me. All right, Mr. Highsign, what you got next?
No, I gotta give my flowers to my guy Prince Paul.
I knew that.
Ooh,
I was waiting for that.
yes,
I thought
sir.
that you might see that one coming. Prince Paul, man,
Prince Paul,
producer of NERDSoul
Yep.
classic records, man. The first 3
Yep.
classics in a row. Producer of the Gravediggers, producer of
Yep.
the phenomenal A Prince Among Thieves. If you have not heard it after this show, please go and indulge, man. You will not be disappointed. Prince
Also,
Paul is amazing. He's a
He's
genius.
handsome boy
And
Bob.
that guy does not get nearly enough flowers
That's cool.
for his unconventional genius, man. That guy does things with music that I don't think everyone can do, man. And I think that like that dude,
good one.
that dude needs definitely more flowers, man.
Yeah,
I'm with that.
And matter of fact, Prince Among Thieves, it's been forever. You know what? I'm gonna go back to that. It's been a long time.
Yep.
I'm gonna go back
That
to that.
album blew my mind. When I got Prince Among Thieves, the way the video is, there's a video for it, and it sort of like mashes a bunch of songs from the record together. And it sort of feels like it's going to be a compilation record. And I picked it up because it's Prince Paul, and there's a lot of MCs on it that I recognize. And then I listened to it, and there's a whole storyline to it, and there's acting, and there's theatrics, and I was like, whoa. Like, I was legitimately blown away the first time I listened to that record, and I'm still blown away today by it. I think it's
Welcome
a
to
phenomenal
Weapon
record
World.
that everyone should hear.
Yeah, I mean his work. I mean, in Arckatron, I've said this on the show a couple of times. If there, you know, people always throw around that meme every now and then. Like if there were, you know, X amount of albums you could put in a time capsule or whatever, or albums that you could put together to like show an alien what hip hop was. Like De La Soul is Dead would be one of those for me. Like De La Soul is Dead.
It's a genius record.
It's funny, fun, irreverent. They don't take their tales too seriously, but the lyrics are there. The beats are there. The skits are funny. Like it's just like that's one of those ones that hit me. And I mean, of course, you know, you got Patty Duke and you got Ego tripping on the next joint. So it's not that, you know, it's not like, you know, their first or third joints are whack, but it's just something about De La Soul is Dead that was just like, I've always been like, this album is just, it's funny. Biddy's at the BK Lounge, stuff like that. And you know, it's, you know that energy comes from Prince Paul. I mean, not to say that they were just, you know, passengers in their own album, but you know that kind of irreverence seems to come from Prince Paul's kind of like, I guess, you know, teamwork or whatever. So yeah, definitely Prince Paul. That's a dope.
Crazy out of the box thinker, man. Like as a producer, like that guy. Talk about finding your calling, man. Like that guy's production is just chef's kiss, man. He's a genius.
Yeah.
He's a genius.
Genius.
So PL, what you got next?
All right. My number 3 is
Ninth Wonder.
For all intents and purposes, the founder, the creator of the new Southern Wave. I can't give him all the credit, but he's one of the guys that helped pioneer a new sound for the South. He doesn't really get his just due to me. I think that he should be mentioned with the other greats or other people that get mentioned that came about around the same time. My number 3 is Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
Wow. Wait,
He's-
Bangladesh
Not a
is
bad
from the
shout.
South?
He definitely needs
He's
to.
from Virginia.
Oh, wow. I'm not knowing.
Wow, I never knew
Shout
that.
out to Bangladesh, man. I didn't know you were
He's
Oh
from
no,
Norfolk.
Bangladesh is dope. I
never
just
knew
talked
that.
Bangladesh
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago.
Never knew that. Like I never knew he was from
Did It
VA.
On Him by Nicki. His first joint, I think, was What's Your Fantasy by Luda.
Yep. You're
What?
correct, sir.
It was?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yes.
Smack a little booty up with my belt. Scream help.
Burning with her.
You a freak boy.
Yo,
You connected
Ludacris
with
got
that
joints,
lyric.
son.
You've been waiting to
Ludacris got
drop that one.
joints.
I know it.
No, I'm not mad at that at all. I'm with that. You are
I'm
correct.
with it. I'm with it as well.
I thought you would have crucified me for that one, Arcka.
No. I bang with Bangladesh. No pun intended.
Ye of little faith.
Ye
I
of little
bang
face, sir.
Bangladesh. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
So, Arckatron, where you at?
No ID.
Yes. I thought about No ID.
Nice.
He's been behind a
Some
lot.
people put No ID in the top 50, so I didn't
in
include
the last
him, but yes.
20 years.
I was going to put him on my list, but he's been getting his love as of late.
As of late, but he's been doing it for like 20 plus. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true. That's
Listen,
true.
man, the
So,
production he gave Common on One Day It'll All Make Sense.
Woo, that album.
there's some
Production he
good-
gave Common on The Dreamer, The Believer.
There's some joints on there too.
Man, he
The
has a joint
Nas
with
album,
Common.
Life is Good. There's some joints on there too.
No ID has this joint
444.
called State to State.
444
No,
joints on there too.
444, yes, sir. 444 kept him off of my list alone because I was like, once you do a Jay-Z album,
Right.
Yeah,
right.
you're not underrated
about
no
it.
more.
you're not underrated no more. Forget about it.
But
My
let's give him his
album
flowers.
was
Let's give him
kinda
his
low-key,
flowers.
though.
Let's give him his
It was
flowers.
a little low key though. It wasn't as like, oh, no ID does it. It was a little low key though. It didn't say Jay-Z and no ID 444. It's just Jay-Z 444. See what I'm saying? So if you ain't digging, you don't really know no ID was behind it. Like that.
True.
That is true.
He did that. He did that. He came through with the Nas joints.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He has worked with Method Man.
He's worked with a lot.
Jesus.
Works with a lot of people, man.
Chance. Jesus.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
don't forget, yeah. Don't
Facts.
forget the Yay days.
808s.
Yes,
808s Heartbreak.
Jesus.
All of
Yeah.
that. All the peak Yay for the most part.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yay.
He's just one of me and Arckatron's favorite Ye records, bar none.
But yeah, it's there's still this joint. I might have it back in VA. No ID dropped the album. And
Oh yeah.
on
Yes.
that album, he has a joint called State to State. And that beat,
Yes, featuring
Man.
Common.
that beat, I remember it to this day. That's how much I love that beat. That State to State beat. Whew.
Shout out to you for even knowing about that record, yo.
Yeah. Yo, don't
That
sleep on
record
my
has
skills
heat.
now.
That
No.
record has heat on it, bro.
Yo. State to
And
State, man.
It's
yo.
the Black Album way before the Black Album. That album's full title is, the album's official full title is Accept Your Own and Be Yourself, the Black Album. But you ain't know that.
I ain't know that. All right, so next up probably isn't hard to tell. Y'all know who some of my favorite MCs is. Sean J. Period. All right, so
Wow.
Sean J. Period.
Sean J. Period? Like, wow.
All right, so y'all know some of my
interesting now. Okay.
So
go.
because you know I'm definitely in the De La, Most Def, like Q-Tip, you know what I'm saying, raucous bag of a certain time period. And of course, you know what I'm saying, Body Rock You know what I'm saying? You got Body Rock. You got If You Cut Huh, You Can Hear. You got like, what is it? The Universal joint. Man, Sean J. All right, so Funkmaster Flex Volume 3. There's a freestyle Most Def has on it. Matter of fact, Q-Tip and Dilla got a freestyle. That's a whole nother dope beat. Oh, I love that beat too. But anyway, Most Def has a freestyle on the Funk Flex Volume 3 joint that J Period does, and that's fresh too. Like, man, Sean J, like, is dope. Yeah, of course, it's like, you know, ever since I heard that, like, all right, okay. I was like, hold on, who made this? And I was like, all word. And like, you know, I like it's a very kind of laid back kind of style, but I've always dug it. You know what I'm saying?
This
like,
must be a lot. So I'm looking at the Funk Flex Volume 3.
Uh-huh.
And I'm looking at it, and it's saying that Wu-Tang Cream Team lineup was DJ Scratch did that beat. So that's another one to add to the list.
Wow.
Another one.
Whoa, yeah, he did do that beat.
But yeah,
Yo, that joint was
Nice,
super
nice.
fire on the
So,
Lodo.
Yeah, like, and then of course you got that Dilla joint that was from the D. Yeah.
What Dilla joint? What joint?
It's called That.
Yeah. What's your name, Pa? It's JD.
What you count? Yeah. From the D. yeah.
So I love that joint. And then
put me on in the group chat. I'm not remembering that joint.
yeah, well,
Okay.
I'll send you the link. So yeah, Sean J. Period. That's my next. Gotta give it up, dude.
Wow, that is a sleeper cell right there.
Love it.
Sir.
I love his style.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying? You know,
Wait.
I
What
gotta
did you
give
do off
respect to that.
of Black Star? Trying to remember the track that he did off of Black Star. Ugh.
Sean J. Period on the first Black Star album.
First Black Star album, yeah, he was on there. That's the first time I heard his name.
Wait, I'll tell you right now. Was
John
it
J.
Brown
Period,
Skin Lady?
Duology. He said his name out loud on the track.
Was it the joint? What's the B-boy joint? B-boys will be boys.
Definition?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He did Children's Story.
Okay.
I had to do my Googles real quick. He did Children's Story.
Yeah, them drums is heavy, man. Them drums are heavy.
Yeah.
That's snare.
Man.
Y'all don't know how much burn Black Star got from me.
Man.
I do. That record changed my trajectory as an MC, yo.
No skips. Like,
and he did Hater Players too.
Oh, Hater Players.
He did do Hater Players. Yeah, you're right. And AJ Keith on this joint. Is he on here multiple times? No, he's only on here for the Thieves in the Night.
Only Thieves in the Night.
Yeah, that
fantastic record, man. That album was a classic. That original Black Star.
Beat Miners. Woo! That track.
So
that start is so great.
Anwar, what you got next?
You know, I'm working through like a couple of different choices for real. But I think in the spirit of doing people that I feel would not even be in the top 50, but deserve their flowers, I'm going to go with E. Swift of the Alcoholics.
Okay.
Wow.
Not a bad shout.
Okay.
E. Swift, the guy behind Hip Hop Drunkies, of course, co-produced by Marley Marl, because we know it, you know what I'm saying? But you did.
We're now rocking with the best.
The guy who did Last Call, the guy who did Surprise, Helter Skelter, Operation Lockdown. Man, E. Swift is not.
Good choice. I like that one.
E.
He
Swift
did some off the OGC album too, didn't he? He did the
joint. He did the joint. It's called Flapping. Fire joint. That first OGC album is fire. I bought that joint.
That was co-produced with Madness, right?
I bought that joint. I bought that OGC album over Iron Man. They released on the same day. I bought that joint over Iron Man. On some like on some rebellious shit because everybody was buying Iron Man. And when I went into the record store, Coconuts, by the way, for those of you who remember Coconuts, the dude at the counter was like, "You here to get Iron Man?" Like so many people had come in to get Iron Man that day. He's like, "Oh, you here to get Iron Man?" And I was like, "No."
Ooh.
OGC. Thank you, sir.
Nice.
Don't try to predict my lines, sir.
Yeah.
Give me that.
I
Give me that
own
OGC
Iron Man. No.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Iron Man, super classic to me.
I might have to go back and take another look at OGC. I said that a couple times. I was all about that album when it first dropped. So I'd like to see how I feel about it now.
Yo, Starang Wonder, man. He was my guy.
Yeah,
and that like and my like, yo, you guys don't understand. I was a huge Boot Camp fan. To this day, The Shining, Smith & Wesson The Shining is one of my favorite hip hop albums of all time. Yeah. So between Black Moon, Smith & Wesson, then you get Helter Skelter, and you get OGC, like all of them guys, like, and their freestyles and their different collaborations. Man, their run was fantastic. So, yeah, man. E Swift, though.
Original.
One of my favorites. The Alcoholics is such a fun group to listen to. And E Swift is such an amazing producer who only got better as their albums continued to drop. And he does not get any flowers whatsoever. So, yeah, E Swift, if you ever see this, I rocks with you, bro. You're amazing.
All right, so Jenna James throws in some to the pack. She's been throwing in some stuff, but Mind Design, Sango. Ooh, Sango, I like that. Eric the Architect, the Medicine Men, Beats by the Pound. So okay. So all right, cool. I see you. All right, PL, where you at?
Going back to no. Piggybacking off of what Highsign's last sentiment, a guy that gets no love at all. All right. This gentleman came in and around the time he was pre Just Blaze, who everybody know Justin Kanye.
I know you're gonna
go. But he is even before them. Is he from VA? He's got You, Me, Him, Her by Hove. 1-900 Hustler by Hove.
VA.
Devil in a Blue Dress by Ye. Number 2 for me is Bink, man.
I'm with that.
Shout out to Bink.
Shout out to Bink. Bink dog.
All right. And Jenna James threw Bink in there too. So.
Oh.
Okay.
He don't get his flowers, man.
Bink got joints, man. I'm not
going. But he don't get his like everybody mentions. Yet. Everybody mentions Just Blaze when they talk about the creation of that whole Rockefeller sound. He never gets mentioned. You'll hear Dame Grease mentioned, and he wasn't even Rockefeller before you hear Bink mentioned. As far as culminating that sound for Rockefeller, he don't get his due. He don't, fam. He don't.
And I want to thank you for having 2 VA representatives on your list.
Oh, of course.
You didn't have to. You didn't have to, but you did.
Shout out to VA, man. Yo, VA's hip hop footprint,
fam, like
is low key, like very cemented, man. Like VA's hip hop footprint is really nasty.
Talking over each other. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Finish your thought. I'm sorry. I'm talking over you. Go ahead.
I was just saying, VA's hip hop footprint is very cemented, bro. On the low though, like VA, their like influence over hip hop is low key really incredible.
There's so much
on the low though.
VA fan pause. So much
low though.
Thank you. All right, Arckatron, what you got?
Man, this list is getting harder and harder as I go down now, or go up,
Within
or go
architects.
around.
Up, down. Yeah.
Yeah, see, because like my list, see, man, yeah.
You just put Chris Brown in there. Come on now.
Said Chris Brown. All right, well, you know
Chris
what?
Brown.
I'm gonna go here. This man will never probably get his flowers.
All right.
Because he's under a super producer from a 5-year period. And so as I'm saying that, someone knows what I'm talking about.
I think I might know who you're talking about.
You about to say
True Master.
Yo, you took my guy. You took him. All right.
Because
I was thinking, all right.
under the wing of the Wu-Tang person, RZA,
Yes.
he will never get his due. Like he handled like the second half of when Wu was going out, no RZA solos. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those albums didn't really work, but them True Master jams on all of them were hitting.
True Master.
So he needs some just do. He had some stuff going on, and hopefully he can come back around. You know what I'm saying? But he was dope.
Listen, man, True Master
you got
was actually on my list. Now I got to switch up directions a little bit. But True Master, man, True Master, the guy behind Wu-Tang Clan, the MGM, the guy behind Milk the Cow from Capadonna, the guy behind
that's where you know how.
Park Hill Project, pow. The guy behind Biscuits, which was like the first song off of Ghostface's underrated classic album, the Pretty Tony album.
She's out of
if you have not listen, if you have not listened to Biscuits, it'll blow your mind. Heaters. We talking about
Heaters, yeah.
We talking about
True Master got some
Fish.
We talking about Fish.
Yo.
We talking about Tragedy. We talking about many classics from this guy. Killing Fields from Meth. We talking about That's Gangster from You God. One of the top shining spots on that album. Man.
True Mass on the key.
True Mass. Listen, True Master, if you listening, I want to work with you, bro. Right now, in 2021. I want to work with you, bro.
Well, you know,
True Master.
He still got it when what was it? There was a joint, a semi-recent joint. What was this? About 3 years ago, the Deck Red and Meth joint. Was it about 3 years ago?
Deck Red Meth.
You talking about Mathematics, is you?
Oh no, that might have been Mathematics. My bad. I think it was Mathematics.
My man's did Silverback off of Master Killer's album.
Oh yeah.
My man's has so many classic. My man's goes back to Brooklyn Zoo.
Zoo.
A lot of people don't know.
Brooklyn Zoo.
True Master's hand was in Brooklyn Zoo.
Shame on you. When you stepped up to the old dirty bastard.
Your man
was
on
nothing.
What is it, PL? What is it? What is it now?
I didn't say.
What did you say, bro?
Who you trying to discredit?
What did you say, bro? He trying to
discredit?
discredit?
I was going. No.
I
will play politically correct.
No, I don't want that.
What is politically correct in this instance?
Oh no! You were saying that he had his hands on Brooklyn Zoo. Like, no, he didn't have his hands on. He had his hands, feet, elbows, knees, toes.
This is a fact.
He just made it.
True Master, if y'all don't know, True Master produced Brooklyn Zoo. So that is what I mean when I say that. So yes, PL, you are correct. My man's produced Black Rob, the joint with Minister Farrakhan on Black Rob's album.
He got joints outside of Wu-Tang. Yes, he got
outside of Wu-Tang. Black Rob, he produced Black Rob. He produced Afu Ra. He produced
shouts to Afu Ra, man.
Prayers for Black Rob, man.
Oh yeah.
Prayers for Black Rob. I have heard they said Diddy did reach out to Black Rob. So yeah,
but was there anything in his hand when he reached out? Because he be reaching out to me,
listen,
and there'll be nothing in
I
that
would
joint.
imagine yes, because Puffy is like close to a billionaire. So if you can't help Black Rob, then I don't see how you can sleep at night when Black Rob did woe for you and made money for your label. But whatever, we're not even gonna get too deep into that. But you know, True Mass on the key, amazing producer for many people. And yeah, I love that cat, man. So yeah, he was definitely on my list. I'm glad you brought him up, bro.
Great pick. All right, so I'm gonna, you know, since we went to VA twice already, you know, I'm gonna have to take y'all back to VA one more time. That's right.
Find out what you're about to say. Who I think you about to say.
Y'all know who I'm about to say. Knots.
Oh,
that's
of
right.
Course, Knots Boogie, of course.
Knots is definitely in everyone's top 50, bro.
He's in my top 50.
He is? Really?
Yeah, he got joints
in
like
everyone's top 50, bro.
He's in everyone's top 50?
This is a great sounding drum. This is a great sounding bass line.
Except for PL.
Then what I'll do, I'll
pull... Top 50 has Ron Browse in it. He's not in your
top. Rick Rock. Is Rick Rock in your top 50, PL?
And me?
Who? Rick Rock. Or
for
Rick
me? Or Anwar.
Yo.
Anybody.
No. You said top 15?
50, yeah.
50.
You said 15 or 20, Arcka?
50, 5-0.
5-0.
Yeah. I thought you saying 15-1-5. Yes, Rick Rock is in my top 50.
He's in everybody's top 50.
I was debating in my head if he was top 20.
He's in the top 20 for real.
All right. Then what I'll do?
Got the joints, man.
I'll take Knots out then. If y'all are saying that he's in the top 50, I'll take out Knots. Yes. Will you allow a brother to utilize a Mark the 45 King? Will you allow me to utilize that? I have him in the top.
He's a guy that I did not expect to hear come up in this conversation.
Because I had him in the top. You know what I'm saying?
All right, take me there.
Mark the 45 King.
Respect to Mark the 45 King. Mark the 45 King did a rhythm roulette and like shook a record and made a sound out of it and made a beat with it.
Yo, look.
Not sampled the record. He took the record and put a mic to it and then wiggled the record and made a sound.
Yeah,
and made whatever. It's Mark the 45 King.
Yo, Mark the 45 King got joints. And, you know, he ain't all in the videos, dancing, singing. Come to Death Row. No, I'm just playing. But will y'all allow Mark the 45 King? Because if so, I'll throw him in my list. You know
I'll allow it.
All right, cool.
Gotta allow Mark the 45 King,
man. He got some joints. I know if you're watching this, you may not have heard of him. You may not have heard of many of these guys that we're talking about, and the funny thing is he's like some unassuming guy.
I have faith in the viewers. I feel like they've heard of everybody we're talking about.
Word up. You know what I'm saying?
But if you haven't, do not reveal it in chat. Keep it super secret and just pretend that you have heard of everybody.
Just Google them. That's all you got to do.
Google is your friend.
Google is your friend.
Yo, remember when the story PL told us about that sample? That joke was funny. I ain't gonna front. The sample, you said somebody brought to you like, yo, man, you need to sample this. And you was
yeah.
What was the sample again, though? I can't remember the sample, bro.
Yeah.
It was the Wu Ha sample.
It was the Wu Ha sample.
How do you...
Yeah, there you go.
My mind didn't know that, bro.
Homie was like, never heard of it.
It blew my mind, fam.
I watched the video today. Super quick detour. I watched the video today. Young guy reacting to Electric Relaxation from Tribe. And mine's was like the joint came on and he was like bobbing hard as shit. And then like when it was over, he was like picking apart lines like, oh, I think he's referencing this. He catching stuff that I didn't even catch. I've been listening to the song for 25 years. And he was like, yo, then the song is over and he's like, yeah, that joint was cool. I'm not gonna say it was fire. And I was like, yo, stop the cap. You are wilding right now.
Like, yo, your body just said it was fire. You was doing all this.
Your neck,
going
what's
crazy.
your man's skill set? Your neck, your head nodding because your neck nose is fat. He was like that, like, oh, like he was like, yo, the joint can't, he was snapping his neck. Like,
man, the way they trade lines in that song, the way, man, Tribe was just untouchable at that point, man. That at that moment, like award tour, electric relaxation, that, man, I remember having the cassette. And you couldn't tell me nothing with my cassette. Oh, I had the cassette. I was on the school bus, all right? Look, okay. I had them flat Panasonic headphones, and I was vibing. But on the real, Tribe, man, Tribe at that moment, it was just over, man. Like
it was a big deal. Yes, sir.
Man,
who's next?
Them jokes was real. But Anwar, you next.
All right. This person was actually the first on my list, but I decided not to say them first. It's actually like somewhat of a duo because the joints that are like the craziest from them were actually, you know, this one person and another person together, like putting their shit together and like doing something super crazy. Nashim Myrick, Carlos 6 July Brody, the makers of Who Shot Ya from the Notorious Big.
Okay.
The makers of Queen Bee from Lil Kim.
Okay.
The makers of TONY, Invade NY, Multiply. You and me, you got beef, I got beef. Unsung will not make your top 50 on that list on Complex or wherever it's at. He's not on it. But that guy has smashed for Total, for Puffy, for Biggie, for CNN, for everybody, bro. Nashim Myrick and Carlos 6 July Brody. Kept something in the ceiling. Keep dealing. Shout out to Push B, who he made the snack. Featuring Beanie Siegel. When nobody would put Beanie Siegel on their record after his voice was different. Nashim Myrick, Keep Dealing from that Prelude. What's that album called, PL? Prelude, King Push. King Push joint.
Wrath the Kane?
No. What do you even? No. Darkest Before Dawn. The Prelude. Darkest Before Dawn, the Prelude. With it has the joint called Keep Pushing on it, featuring Beanie Siegel. Produced by Nashim Myrick. Nice. Yeah. So that's my choice, right? That's my pick right there. Amazing producers.
That's what's up. PL dropped out for a second, but
wait. Pause. Don't even come to me. I don't know what y'all talking about. PL need to come back.
You don't know who his last one is.
Nah, we can't get out of order. You know what I mean?
Are we on 5 already?
The PL buffer. You know what I mean? I need the PL buffer.
Is this round 4 or is this round 5? Where we at?
5. The last one.
This is 5?
Well, PL starts the last one, yeah.
Is it?
So we'll see once PL come back in.
Let's
see. You know what I'm saying?
That was my 4th.
Yep.
Yeah,
so
this
will be
one more
left.
Yeah,
okay.
this will be.
So I got one more. I have one more.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it goes. Yeah. His phone probably died or something.
Oh yeah.
But I can go.
Phone death.
I can go.
Phone death. Oh, man.
It's I don't like. Would he be in my top 50? That's where I'm most like. That's where I'm like, ooh. But
I will here. I'll throw in
I don't
a
think
mention.
we talk about his name enough for how much stuff he's done.
I will hold up before you go, just in case PL comes back in. I'll throw in a buffer real quick. This was on my mind, and I know you didn't want to hear these people's names.
Browse.
But this was on my mind. Dilated Peoples have an album called The Expansion Team.
Okay.
It's a really, really good album. And there's a song called Trade Money on that album. And that beat is bananas. And it's made by the Beatmakers. And it was at the supreme right time for Beatmakers content. Cause that joint Trade Money, Dilated Peoples, that beat is fuego.
Beatmakers are amazing. I did not choose the Beatmakers because I felt like they would be in that list. Like if someone made a top 50 list, I feel like the Beatmakers definitely would have to be in it.
Yeah, the thing is, because Beatmakers for me are very hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? Their hits are home runs, but their misses, I'd be like, man,
they got some bad.
Their misses, I'd be like, I don't want to hear this again.
Give me what are the? I mean, yes, they do have misses,
Brace for Impact.
Brace for Impact. Who?
Their album.
The album.
That album didn't
itself?
really. That album had like two joints.
We went through it. We did it for the show. We did it for the show.
Now, there's a joint with Bust. There's a joint with Flip Mode Squad on there. That joint is flames.
That joint is super crazy, bro.
There's a lot of funny style.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of funny style stuff on there. Let me see.
The earlier the better.
Yo, PL's phone super died. I'm not.
Yeah, PL's phone died, man. Oh man. Yeah. That's the funny thing. I be trying to tell y'all, man. I'm
just like, would he be in your top 50? That's the part. It's like it's like the nail in the coffin. You're like you were good until you said I was good until you said that part. Then I'm like, oh, I gotta rethink my list. You know what I mean?
All right, so let's see if Arckatron. So you don't want to go yet? You want to wait?
No, I can go. I can tell you what it is.
All right, go on and drop yours.
It's Mo B. Easy Mo B.
Ooh, I feel like he would be in the top 50.
That's what I'm saying, but I'm like, I don't know if people.
I do feel like he'd be
not be in top 50. Most people's top 50. He's not in the top 50.
Okay,
I feel like Easy Mo B might make it around.
He's in our
car with you.
50, but I'm talking about most people's top 50.
All right, I'm in the car with you.
And he's got joints.
Yeah, Easy Mo B got some joints.
Boy, does he ever have joints.
I was running Mo B got some.
I forgot about the Lost Boys stuff. I forgot that he produced Lex Coops the Beatman in the Benz.
Yeah. I forgot. I didn't know that. Yeah, I'm not even gonna hold you. I did not know that.
He did that and the Lifestyles of the Rich and Shane. He did both of them.
Some died with a name, some
died nameless.
And that joint, the album opens up with a Pete Rock joint too. So that's like, man.
We did that for the show too. We did Lost Boys.
That Pete Rock joint on what is it?
Illegal Drug Money.
Illegal Drug Money.
What the yearn?
Yeah, the yearning or the yearning or whatever. Yeah. Man, that beat.
But that beat is crazy, but I can never include because Pete Rock is in like the top 10.
Yeah, Pete Rock's easily in top 10.
Depending on who you are, the top 5. If it's me, the top 5.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right.
He's easily top 10, easily top 5.
Easily.
Like we've done our top 10, but we might be able to revisit it, you know what I'm saying? Because we didn't do it with PL, you know what I'm saying? PL, you know what? PL and Anwar on their show need to.
I got my top 5 right. It's on the list. I got all my tops, anything on this list.
On our show, which we still concocting and okay.
You know what I'm saying? Right. They still putting around.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see. Kid at Heart said, anybody say Justice League yet? No.
Nah.
I know
Justice League got joints though on the low. Not even on the.
Justice League is underrated.
Not even on the low. Justice League got joints.
But I don't
Yeah.
think the Justice League as a whole was ever underrated. I think they were very highly rated, maybe overrated for a certain period of time.
I can see that.
I'm gonna go with that. Yeah.
I can see that.
Not that I have anything against like Ninth and Crisis and
what up, Algo C? I ain't see him in the chat.
Oh, I'll go
C
see in the chat. Yo, yeah. I'll go see in the spot. What up? What up?
Yeah, check out his episode too that y'all did together. I listened to it actually. You and Algo C.
Yo, it's what's up. It's what's up.
It's dope.
It's
dope to see. You know what I mean? It's dope to see
just that,
and hear what we still doing. You know what I mean? Out on these streets.
Justice League. Justice League went through this period where a lot of people kind of accepted them as like the second coming. So in that way, I feel like they might have been overrated to a certain degree. But they had a run.
They had a super crazy run.
They had a run. And with my last person on my list, he actually was involved with a couple of joints from their like mixtape era where they were on their run. And the person that I'm talking about is Ill Mind. Ill Mind's my last choice. Now, I know Ill Mind, he's underrated. A lot of people don't, you know what I'm saying, check for him. But he's another one. I think he's underrated. I think he's underrated and he's got some heat. And he has way less misses than hits, in my opinion. So, with that said, I had to say, yeah, Ill Mind, that rounds out my list. That dude is the realness. If you would say that Ill Mind is on a top, would you consider him on anyone's top 50?
Yeah, he's definitely on some people's top 50.
Okay, then would I be able to swap him out with someone like Knowledge, or
Jake One?
Huh?
Jake One, Knowledge, Ill Mind.
Because either of those might be on top 50s too.
I'll take Knowledge over Ill Mind, but it's because I know his music more. That's not because nothing against Ill Mind.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like Knowledge is. I have no problem with swapping him.
I would mention him, but I think he's like the other level. He's getting all the like people. He's getting the praise. He's got a Grammy.
Knowledge has a lot. Knowledge is in a space where I don't think he's underrated at all.
No, he's not. He's just super. Like it's like not many people know much about him. You know what I mean? Like it's not like he's out shit. Like
Knowledge as in video. As in, knowledge. Oh, all right. I'm bugging. Sorry, I'm bugging. So, yes, Knowledge.
All right. So
Knowledge is amazing. For those who don't know, your boy actually has a record with Ill Mind, but you ain't know that. Yeah. So for all of you watching, after you finish the show, if you're interested, Haslo, my previous rap name, HAS-LO.
Pulling that right
now. The song is called Make a Bet. It's produced by Ill Mind. It was on a compilation for the label that I was on previously.
I thought you were talking about Knowledge. Where you got joint Knowledge? Let me know.
No. I have a joint with Ill Mind.
Okay.
Yo, I would love to have a joint with Knowledge though. Like Knowledge is fire. Like Knowledge got.
Now, honestly, I could play a little snippet of this.
I don't know if y'all see the text. PL just sent a text to say his phone died. He's waiting now. He's waiting.
Back.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
He back.
Your boy is back.
Your boy is back.
Your boy is back.
The bounce is
back.
Oh
my God. I said that to some chicks on the beach one time and they totally did not understand how to take that shit. I said that to some chicks on the like one time I was on a beach with the homies and there was like a girl and she was like carrying her drunk homegirl. Her homegirl was like smacked and it was daytime. It could not have been later than 3 p.m. Her homegirl was
St. Patrick's Day.
Fam, her homegirl was smashed. at like 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Talk about day drunk. And I was like, ladies, your boy is back, because we were clowning on the beach. And the girl was like, grow some balls. And she was so tight, bro. It was hilarious. We joked about that forever. She was so tight, bro. And she doesn't even know why. I didn't even say anything disrespectful or anything. She just was upset. But hey, listen, don't let your friends drink so much during the day that you have to carry them.
3 p.m. and homegirl was up like that?
Don't let your people drink so crazy that you got to carry them mid-afternoon to the hotel. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
Okay,
all of that.
Before we get to PL's part, please hit us with the Illmind breakdown.
What, for my joint?
Yeah, for your joint.
So I was signed to a label called Mellow Music Group, and they were working on a compilation record, and they wanted to do something that was sample free. So they had to connect with Illmind, and they put me and Illmind together. It had Illmind send over some joints. I picked something out of the joints that he sent. We did a song called Make a Bet. And I think it was like, to me, it's an ill record. It's the first instance for me of a record that I felt like, oh, like this is a Haas joint that could really be on the radio. Like this is something that was like a little slightly different chamber for me. And yeah, like it should be on YouTube. It should be on, probably on your DSPs, wherever you want to listen to it. But it's called Make a Bet. And I think it's a fire record, man. And
I pulled it up.
Oh,
I don't know if YouTube is going to let me ride with this, but I'm going to play like 15 seconds of this. I'm going to just drop the needle in the middle of the track.
You did.
I'm going to play a little bit of it. I'm going to try to keep this at 15 seconds. So y'all, look, y'all better listen.
So
it's like sampling time.
See, let's go about 20. Let's go about 30 seconds in. All right, let's hit play. Let's see. See, but you won't be able to hear it. PL, y'all won't be able to hear it, but they will. Here we go.
Okay.
Let your God count it down. What's the shook man's life when the rich man bet and the risk paid twice? Double jeopardy, going all in. Make a bet with me. Cause I chose when I was young. Say it how it come, cause I ain't about.
Hold on. There's 17 seconds. All right, man. Look, see,
you did.
Can't even get into the. You can't even get into the.
I've heard this term before. When this happened?
Yeah,
I do not remember what year that was, but yeah. So yeah, shout out to Illmind. I don't even know if we're not going to get into the politics of the record, but it's a fire record, and that was like the first instance of me doing something that I felt like, yeah, like this is something that could really rock out on the radio nationwide, and people could really rock with this, even if you're like a casual fan who didn't know anything about Haslo. So yeah, it was a cool record, man.
And I just put the link in the chat so y'all can listen to it.
Man.
I don't need YouTube hitting me up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, vibe out to that on, like don't get us snatched down, but vibe out to that on y'all's own time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I promise you will rock with the record. It was fire.
Yo, it's funny because the beat dropped like right. I was like, oh snap! And I was like,
y'all hit, and all of y'all in the chat, y'all listen to it, and then y'all hit Illmind up and be like, yo, that joint, that Anwar Highsign joint, when he was Haslo, that joint was fire. I want y'all to tell him.
Yeah,
after y'all listen to it.
Yeah, I ain't
do that. Just do that for me if you can.
That ain't my archives. I need to get that in my archives.
Yeah, I got you. Know what I'm saying?
I got you, bro.
Don't sleep.
I got you.
We did one for the records. You know what I'm saying?
PL, who is your final? Who is your final underrated producer?
My final underrated producer is He better
He's
be in
the
everybody's
boy.
top 50. He better be in everybody's top 25.
I'm worried.
But he doesn't get mentioned at all,
Right.
ever.
Yeah. I'm
Like
very curious.
He doesn't get the love that he deserves at all.
All right.
And it's almost criminal.
Oh.
He produced by, he produced The Blast, Definition,
Ah.
Round and Round,
Mm.
Running by the Game, which was recent.
Whoa.
Flag on the play.
My number one.
Flag on the play? What?
You can't throw a flag on the play. It's
No,
his play.
I see where you're going though, because you feel like he would be in the top 50. All right.
He's top 10 in my list of all time. What are you talking about?
That's you.
That's you, Arcka. You know what I'm saying? I just
Nah,
listened to
but
the
he
blast
actually
before
I
this
had him on
stream.
my list too. But
So
I
you're
was
saying
like,
it's
nah, I'll
not
take
the
his
other
top
guy?
10.
You're saying it's not the other guy in Heatmakers?
No, it's
Arsonist
not.
or the other guy?
It's
No,
not.
it's Arsonist and there's who's the other guy in Heatmakers?
I'm not sure, but there is. I know who you're referring to, but I'm not sure of the gentleman's name.
You saying it's not Ghostface Barber who did
Nah.
Nutmeg,
Nah,
Black Mozart, but
check, man.
sidebar, the Black Mozart who did Nutmeg, if I'm not mistaken, he
Yes.
also did Soul in the Hole, Woo All Stars.
Yep. True. True that. That's correct.
And then he
You are correct.
disappears. He doesn't appear on anything else. It's just that was it.
He's on. Now I'm thinking about the Blacksmiths. I'm thinking about the Blacksmiths did the joint, the Diana Ross joint, but they flipped it and made that super. Yeah, I hate that track. I love the original. The original was way better.
Wait,
right,
what
right.
joint you talking about?
The
So who is it, PL? Tell
Ghost
us.
Dini. The Ghost Dini sample. The
Huh?
original Ghost
That
Dini.
was RZA though, right?
Nah.
Oh, the original.
Original,
Ah.
yeah.
Okay, all right.
See, that's
we'll
type of
talk
stuff you don't
about
get
it.
on our
We'll talk
show.
about
Inside the baseball talk. You know what I mean? Inside
We-
baseball.
We'll
Yeah,
So
talk
the
about it.
inside.
PL, where you at?
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk
Oh,
about it.
I said my number one, High Tech.
Ah, yeah.
But I don't think he's underrated.
He is.
I don't-
No, he's
here's-
not.
Okay.
Here's
Yo,
an
listen,
argument
High
for High
Tech.
Tech.
Time out. I am going to say something that some may say is borderline blasphemous.
Uh-oh.
Oh man,
I
like
know.
it when you talk.
But I'll
blasphemy.
jump
Let's
out
He's
go.
us this whole time. Come on.
I'll
Let's
jump
get
out
it.
the window and I'll say it. Not as far as the production style. I'm just talking about as far as the vibe, creating the same vibe. Tech might have been the closest thing to Dilla, fam.
Yo, the fun thing you just said, I just said something about his drums. His drums, to me,
You know what?
as close to as Dilla as you can get in terms of like
as
this.
close
Nah.
as you can get, fam.
Listen, High Tech, please, if you're watching, bro,
Come back.
we love you, bro.
Play more music for
And-
us. Please.
Please.
And bro,
Please.
I have as many raps as are needed for your
Fam.
Yo, I got
I
look,
got a couple
this
of
whole
them
four
too,
horsemen
sir.
got enough rap for all your beats.
Not okay. Yes, he was on my list,
Oh.
but I'm like, nah. Everybody gonna shoot me down.
But
For this
he's
one.
not.
That's
I just,
why I
all
didn't
right.
include
When
High
I
Tech
made
on
my
my
when I
list,
made
I'm
my
like,
top five, right? The whole
High
Craig
Tech's
series was
definitely
like you said in the group chat, like underrated, like people who don't get their just due.
Yeah, because ain't
Like,
nobody
everybody, like-
really checking for High Tech like that.
Ain't nobody. Ooh, where?
not right this second, but I feel like amongst this four,
Even
this
when he
panel
was
of four,
even,
High Tech is easily in our top 20.
even when
Yeah,
he
like, if
was
High Tech-
bubbling, fam, when it was raucous at his height and he was
Man.
bubbling.
High Tech was killing them,
He
man.
still wasn't looked on upon as a Dr. Dre or a
As
He was
the
a-
best
he was
producer
anybody.
of
he
that
was
era.
serving
Anybody
him,
that was
man.
anybody
Like,
that
he
was
was serving
considered
them at that time.
of an upper echelon at that time. He was not. He's never considered
That's
upper
true.
echelon, even though he is.
And he's from Cincinnati. That's
And
crazy.
he's from
Yep.
Cincinnati, fam.
Who would have thought?
Who's from Cincinnati?
High tech.
they
There's
they
no
definitely need to
other
represent us.
person from Cincinnati, bro. Like he's the one.
We ain't gonna do that. Shout out to
honestly,
Cincinnati, man. Shout out.
I mean, it's probably
No,
somebody now.
fam.
Damn.
Shouts out to WKRP.
Name one other person from Cincinnati, bro.
Like as far as like a rapper,
Anything.
I could name a couple of other things, but
I asked you to name
I can't
somebody.
mention them on.
Like yes, because I want to say Mood. Mood is from Cincinnati.
Mood is from Cincinnati. Yeah, the group that he was that kind of worked closely on that first
But like High Tech is instrumental in the production of that first record that they did.
Yes, very interesting.
But
Literally,
Cincinnati, in terms of like Cincinnati producers, I mean, is Shad Moss from Cincinnati? He's from Cincinnati, right?
I think he
Right
is from.
outside.
I think he's from Cleveland. No, Ohio.
No, he's from Columbus.
From Columbus. He's not from.
Okay.
Shad
So there you go.
Moss.
So like you can't say Shad Moss, you can't say Blueprint because he's not from Cincinnati. He's from Ohio, but he ain't from Cincinnati.
Moss.
He's from Steubenville.
You still
Shad Moss.
No. Blueprint is from Columbus. Blueprint's amazing, but he's from Columbus. So, like, who's from Cincinnati? That's what I'm saying. Like, nobody else is from Cincinnati like that. Not saying, not Ohio as a whole. Like, Ohio got folks.
Yeah.
But from Cincinnati specifically.
From the Natty.
Chili.
You know what I'm saying?
From the Natty.
Big Dell from the Natty.
Cincinnati Chili.
It's Big Dell from the Natty.
High Tech
Kicking with me, Big
he's
D.
definitely in my top 15 easily. Like, not even no question. Respiration is my favorite High Tech beat.
High Tech.
I can say
High
that.
Tech was on track.
Sir.
Respiration is beautiful. It's a beautiful
favorite High Tech
was on track.
My favorite High Tech beat is Running by The Game.
Okay.
What's your favorite
beat is so
Mike?
That beat is ridiculous, man.
And see, the thing is, I kind of tuned out of with all the G-Unit stuff.
That beat is ridiculous.
Yeah, that beat is, yeah. He got it because when he started working with like West Coast artists and Dre artists, he got some West Coast funk that we never really got to really fully embrace, like get with the East Coast artists. Which I'm like, damn, I wish he did more because that's kind of disservice to us. Like, yo, he got some other kind of joints that we don't know about. He's hiding in the tuck. Why?
Man,
let it out, fam.
High Tech.
High Tech, man.
Whole nother level, man. Like, I agree. If he had not been, because there was a whole part of his career that I tuned out on because I was never in the G Unit. So, like, there's a whole era of his career.
No, he had a couple of joints with G Unit.
No, I'm sure he gave them joints, but I just didn't like G Unit. So, like, I'm not listening.
Joint, I was your best friend joint.
I'm not listening to a G Unit album. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not listening. I ain't listening to a whole 50 Cent joint. No Lloyd.
Listen to the instrumental.
Game,
listen to the instrumentals, sir. Instrumentals.
Look, man,
they exist.
Send me the links.
They do exist.
I got you.
Send me the links. At the time, I wasn't looking for G Unit instrumentals. Because at the time, I didn't know. I didn't even know High Tech was making beats.
Rhythm Roulette, bro.
I know. I gotta get back on the Rhythm Roulettes. I still haven't watched one, but I gotta get back on them.
That one.
What High Tech is on Rhythm Roulette?
Yeah,
I need a new letter, Mr.
Yes, he was.
Mr. Father Part 3.
Would you need a what?
I said I need a new letter.
What, like B? T? What you mean?
You know what I mean.
I literally do not know what you mean. A new letter? Letterhead? What?
Yes.
A letter on your jacket? What? You like varsity?
No, I need another letter, another sample folder.
I need
need another letter.
Y'all don't
I
know
just
about
give
it.
you
I
the
need
whole
some
sample
inspiration.
folder. Would that be overwhelming if I send you the whole folder?
That might be overwhelming.
Okay, it might be overwhelming. It's like 500
Bro,
gigs.
overwhelm me. I need whatever you got. I need samples, bro.
So, all right, who's next? Is it Anwar? You're the only one left, right? You're the last one.
I might be the only one left. All right.
Yeah, you're the last one.
So I debated about this because I have like 6 people and I have like 5 slots to work with.
All right.
But so there are 2 people I want to mention. So if you will permit me, I'll say my 5th and I will say my honorable mention. Our fallen brethren, the late great MF Doom.
Ooh.
All caps when you say the man's.
Wait, you really gonna do this? Oh,
I'm
him
going
himself.
to do this, bro. Doom.
Ah, man.
Had joints. Doom had, and that's that. He had cells. He had rap snitches telling all their business.
I mean, he had joints.
Rap
That
snitches.
is strangely enough if you say that.
Deep fried friends. Like
he had, okay. He had
yo.
He had
whole cakes
I sling rhymes like dimes.
Man.
He had so many joints on the low though that people don't give him credit. But
and sampling stuff like people weren't really looking to sample.
He had a lot of his own classic joints, man, for real.
Yeah, man. That food album.
Food. I got that record. I actually bought that record.
He had In This Crazy World from King Ghidorah. The King Ghidorah stuff alone is like what are
this is surprising for me for you to say this. For me, this is very surprising. We've never talked about Doom's production.
Yo, Doom's production, man.
He would never get that credit. You're correct about that. I'll give you that.
Touching me, man. Doom's production was touching me, and I'm sure it was touching you guys, and I'm sure a lot of you watching.
Nah, it definitely was.
It was touching you guys.
I'm gonna put that out next week.
So yeah, so like I gotta say Doom, man. And my quick honorable mention is my guy J Zone, who is a guy that has such an unconventional style that was never appreciated when he was really active in hip hop. He has since moved on to like straight funk music and like straight like instrumentation and funk music. He is, if you guys don't know, a lot of you probably do know, but if you don't know, he has maneuvered his way out of hip hop at this point and into being a full-time drummer and funk musician. But when he was doing hip hop, he was grossly underappreciated for his abilities, man. Like the guy could rap, the guy's production abilities in terms of chopping, finding samples. This guy could make a fire beat out of anything, damn near, bro. Like put him in the dollar bin section and watch him make classics. And I actually did have the pleasure of working with him on joints. He did a joint on my Conversation B remix record called Light Years. It's fire. And I did eventually have the pleasure of meeting him and getting to know him. And that guy is underappreciated, man. Recognized by a lot of you guys' favorite people, man. Recognized by Just Blaze. Recognized by your large professors. Recognized by people that you would think would not even look in his direction. But bro, I'm telling you, dig into that catalog and you will be pleasantly surprised, man. A lot of humor, a lot of like dope guest features, a lot of like really interesting, cool production, man. So that's my honorable mention, J-Zone.
Nice. Well, guys, that's it. We did it. We made it all the way through. A whole bunch of folks. We had people like Bink, people like Doom, Illmind, High Tech, you know what I'm saying, Bangladesh, you know what I'm saying, No ID. We had a whole bunch of folks up in here, you know what I'm saying, a whole bunch of names that if y'all didn't know, now y'all know. Check out, you know what I'm saying. I made sure, because I know, you know what I'm saying, Arckatron know my style, so I made sure not to drop, or I don't think I dropped anybody from my top 10 producers. I don't think I dropped anybody from that.
You mean like who's on your list?
Yeah, who's on my list. I don't think I dropped anybody from that. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't either, actually. I didn't either.
I tried to keep it clean. But before we get out of here.
Oh, I got a list.
Before we get out of here, PL, say peace.
Peace to everybody in the chat that came through. Shout out to everybody watching on the playback. Shout out to the guys for a great show. Shout out to Highsign for the dope idea. Help the beer out now. Yeah, fuck it. Let's get it.
So, Anwar Highsign. Anwar Highsign.
Hey, listen. We had a great time tonight, man. All the ladies, hit me up on IG, man.
All
ladies and my Mercedes.
You dig? Slide into the DM on your boy. I would love to hear from you guys. We have a special appreciation for all of you who tune in and tap in to watch the show. For the rest of you, check out that Fleece EP. I'm currently getting the new project mixed, and we'll have some news on that soon. And me and the ARC, Father Part 3, we got something coming soon too. So, we're going to talk about that soon too.
Got something coming the whole year.
Yeah. And
the whole year we got joints. For the whole year. We got a
joint. We going to have to figure out something. Yeah. We should drop something.
I heard you on the podcast, one of your podcasts, saying you was going to send me the video. I'm listening to you, man. I'm listening to all your podcasts.
I'm going to take that photo tonight. I'm going to send it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you said
the video.
That's what you say. That's what you say.
Yo, man.
How many times y'all heard that?
Yo, I can't wait. I can't wait until you have the little one messing your schedule up.
Oh no!
And then you're gonna be like, I thought I was gonna do this tonight.
It's already happened. I've already.
These guys. Let me tell y'all something that's watching. These guys are some baby making MFers, man. Like. I'm the only one on this panel that does not have children.
I have my kids coming.
Can one of y'all holler at me? Let's make some babies or something, because these guys are running laps around the universe right now. What is going on? What are y'all doing?
That's that good Caribbean sperm, bro.
You know what?
That's what it is, fam.
I tapping out right there.
Look, I can try and tell people peace.
Peace is ARC.
New PL project, Caribbean sperm.
And you can find me Arckatron.com, y'all. This my music's there. You'll find some collaborations between I think everybody here in some capacity. Oh yeah, and Spacebridge is on there, so go get Spacebridge. Actually, if you want to tape, holler at me. I'm in tape mode. I've been making tapes. You know what I mean? For folks, you know what I mean? Shout out to Elixir. But yeah, got stuff coming out.
Right? Yeah. Of course. NERD, SOUL, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all them places. Thanks for coming through. Hit the thumbs up if you like what you see. Hit the thumbs down if you don't. You hit that thumbs down. I'm gonna say Easy Mo B after you. All right, you don't want that.
Why? Easy Mo B is happy. He chilling in Cali with his lady. Why you going?
But he'll be mean when he goes over there, though. He'll be mean then.
You got that face though for that. He can learn. He can get a mean face.
So podcast if you want to listen. Spotify for that music. We're going to leave y'all with PL and Arckatron. And why you got to send me some stuff so I can play it too.
Boop.
That's safe for me to play.
Boop.
So
That's
YouTube
not
don't.
safe. It's like safe.
No, because YouTube,
I'm
YouTube
not
will
making
hit.
crazy gangster music, man. Like,
Yo,
No,
you
I'm
might-
saying that
Whoa.
YouTube will be hitting a brother. You know what I'm saying?
might
They'll
be
be
on
like,
some
yo,
gangsta gigs, man. We
we
don't
can't
know.
play this no more because this music
I'm on
somebody got
PL's
it.
record. I'm on Arcka's record.
Yeah,
I'm gonna send you some, but I am gonna
got.
send you some new stuff soon. As soon as
Yeah,
I get the
because
mixes back.
you got some joints. You got some joints. I'm like,
Give them the new.
Yeah, when I get the mixes back, I got you.
Word up.
New.
So from us to you, thank you for watching. See y'all next week and peace. We out.
And a
A
woo.
woo.
Gonna take you to the
And a woo, woo,
top.
for you. A
And a
woo,
woo,
woo, woo.
woo.
Even though you play a
Woo,
hate it,
woo.
you're gonna take
Still
it
made
to the
it to the
top.
top.
Wait, are you
Yo.
singing like Tony Sunshine right now?
Yes.
Don't
Yes,
you dare,
I
don't you
am.
dare,
Whatever.
don't you dare.
No, I'm like yeah. Let's
Yo,
do it.
Tony Sunshine got
That's
a raw
a jam,
jam.
man.
That's a whole.
That's
different
a
day.
jam. 100%. Come on.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. See y'all next time. Peace. Oh, man. Yeah.
I'm the man, yes sir, that killed a bear barehanded so the people won't forget it. Getting money for our legal to drink. I care what a broke nigga think. Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too short, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the bear if we outside. Help the bear if we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. I'm still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dallas rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the storm, living sunny. Dreams came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grind together, we all came from hunger pain.